My name is Teague Cotton, and our service leader today is Lori Whittemore. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Saco and Biddeford. This service is being live streamed and recorded. For those joining us on YouTube, we encourage you to have a candle or chalice to light when we light ours here in a few moments. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, we are glad you are here with us today. The theme for the month of May is Imagine. We invite you to contemplate this theme with us today and carry it into your daily life when you leave here. Let us welcome the youngest members here today. May we recognize their noises and rustlings as our next generation participates in worship with us. We commit to be co-stewards of this land, owned by the Wabanaki Confederation, and to work toward a world that is just and thriving for the whole of the web of life. We invite you to take home the order of service for information and announcements, or you may leave it for recycling as you exit the sanctuary. Please silence your cell phones. So we have a special thank you to Thomas Kluge for the special music today. His name did not make the order of service, but we are excited and grateful. So thank you so much, Thomas. Reverend Lori is collecting the vases from Janine's service. If you have one, please put it on the desk in her office. And the worship ministry meeting is on Friday at 9 in the green room. All are welcome. And if you mistakenly brought home a large golf-sized black umbrella from Janine's memorial service, please return it. Your smaller black umbrella is in the hall by the coat racks. And then the Ministry of Faith in Action Committee is proposing to replace the exterior Black Lives Matters banner with a colorful Here We Believe banner featuring our UU values and principles. There is a mock-up of the proposed banner in the parish hall on the Ministries of Action bulletin board with a comment sheet. Please tell us what you think. We appreciate your feedback. And there will be a social hour in the parish hall after the service. Please join us for conversation and refreshments.
morning. Come, let us gather in this sacred space where imagination is a soil rich with possibility. Let us plant seeds of wonder, water them with curiosity, and tend them with our community. May our minds be open, may our hearts awaken, may together we nurture the visions that grow beyond today. Come, let us worship and imagine anew. And now stand as you're willing and able and join me in singing hymn number 6, Just as Long as I Have Breath.
Talking for an hour or more. struck my heart now. My ever longing is such sweet affinity, more ever learning this soul-searching atmosphere. Melody evolves into serenade and symphonies abound wherever we are found. We can sit hand in hand as the night turns to morn. I feel your heart through all the armor you've worn. I can't help but wonder how we got here. The moment I realize you cut through my fears, as you draw me near. My ever longing is such sweet affinity, and forever learning is soul-searching atmosphere. Melody evolves into serenade and symphonies abound wherever we are found. And as the light fades and your face slips from my view, your heart glows and shines of a warmer hue. Is that lapis sky forming up above? As our soul silhouettes turn into one. Turn into one. My ever longing is such sweet affinity, and forever learning is soul-searching atmosphere. Melody evolves into serenade and symphonies abound wherever we are found. Thank you.
This is the time in our service when we invite people to share what is in their hearts, whether it is a great joy or a deep sorrow. It is not a time for political statements or announcements. If you wish, please come forward to light a candle, tell us your name if you'd like, and share your joy or sorrow with us if you choose to do so.
Good morning. I'm Ann, and as many of you know. And I'm happy to announce, delighted as a matter of fact, that we welcomed a new member of our family last Thursday, almost at midnight. Alana was born by, many of you remember by being around here as a little kid, and her husband Alex welcomed her, and they are now at Maine Med in the neonatal intensive care unit because she has it's a congenital thing with the larynx, which I tried to pronounce, but you get it. Easily treatable, and they're just waiting for that to resolve. So thank you.
I'm Matt Gerken. Excuse me. I just wanted to acknowledge that special music was Thomas Kluge, was not printed in your order of service. Thomas Kluge, A Rising Star.
Hey, so I'm lighting a candle. On Friday, we had our first Friday luncheon where you're all invited to join and bring your brown bag. It was such a lovely time of kinship and idea generating, and I hope that you all come in the future if you can. It was just really lovely. First Fridays at noon, bring a bag lunch and cookies to share if you want.
And so I am lighting one last candle for all of the joys and sorrows that remain unspoken.
Let's put our feet on the floor and sit up straight and take a deep breath. And open your minds and your hearts to these words. Source of all creation, giver and sustainer of life, we are so grateful to be together this morning. We share each other's great joys, the birth of a great-grandson, great-granddaughter, great-grandchild, music together, kinship together, all gifts, miraculous gifts that lead us forward into a joyful life. And we're also mindful that while unspoken, there are concerns and sadnesses that we all join together to shoulder and hold each other. Thank you for this sanctuary of friendship. Inspire us to remain committed to each other and to creating a community that is welcoming for all people. Blessed be.
So the reading this morning is from a nun named Pema Chodron. The path has one very distinct characteristic. It is not prefabricated. It doesn't already exist. The path we are talking about is the moment-by-moment evolution of our experience, the moment-by-moment evolution of our thoughts and our emotions. The path is not Route 95, destination Holton. It isn't as if we can take our map or our GPS and figure that this year we might make it to Rangeley, or maybe next year, Moosehead Lake. The path is uncharted. It comes into existence moment by moment, and at the same time drops away behind us. It is like riding a train sitting backwards. We can't see where we are headed, only where we have been. This is actually very encouraging teaching, because it says that the source of wisdom is whatever is going to happen to us today. The source of wisdom is whatever is happening to us right now at this very instant.
Now please stand as you're able and join me in singing Be Thou My Vision. This morning, I invite you to imagine something with me. Picture, if you will, not a single path, but a network of trails, some well-worn, others barely visible, all connecting and intersecting in unexpected ways. This is our shared map together. It's our shared map of faith. And it's not charted. Like Pema Chodron said, it's not charted. Unlike traditional religious maps that might show one straight road to salvation, that might have the same creeds and beliefs, our UU map looks more like a complex route system. Each route represents a different spiritual journey, your spiritual journeys, a unique way of making meaning. yet all are interconnected in the rich soil of this shared community, in this sanctuary, in the parish hall. Now, some of us walk the paths as agnostics or atheists, and that's okay here. Some as pagans, some as Christians, some with Jewish descent. Others follow trails marked by Buddhist meditation or contemplation. Others traverse the routes of earth-centered spirituality. And many of us wander between these paths, creating new connections as we go, creating new ways of expressing our faith and living our faith. And I think more and more of us and more people that find their way here are something known as SBNR, spiritual but not religious, seeking community in which they can explore their own spirituality safely, without judgment, without the threat of spiritual wounding or attacks on their belief system, but a way of being in community so they can safely and wonderfully search their own paths. And here's the absolute mandate for mapping this together: community that is principled and strives to live out those principles in healthy relationships with one another, so that each can have their personal growth and be healthy and safe. That is what makes our map truly special here at UUCSB. We don't just walk alone, we walk with each other. We, as old Universalist phrase reminds us, many minds here, but one heart. And when one of us discovers a new vista of understanding or a new idea, we share it. We should be invited to share it. It's a safe space to share it and get excited about it. When someone stumbles upon a challenging passage, we offer support, whether it's outside this church or inside this church. When someone stumbles, we hold them up. When another finds a clearing of profound insight, we gather together to learn and grow, to be inspired by others' journeys. Now think about your own journey for a moment. Perhaps you came to this community seeking answers. You probably shouldn't have come. We don't have a lot. We have questions here. Hopefully you discovered that the questions themselves are the real treasure of us being together. Maybe you arrived certain of your destination, only to find yourself drawn to unexpected explorations. We sure hope you did. Or possibly you've been here all along for a long time, watching the paths multiply in front of you and evolve as the community grows. The absolute call right now in this congregation, the absolute call, is to commit to the process and your responsibility in it. Commit to the process of our evolution and your responsibility in it. To make space for each other's strengths and challenges and passions and individual spiritual journeys, to love and respect one another, even if you're annoyed. To map our shared journey, shared. Create that roadmap together. I don't have the roadmap today. We create it together. We are on the edge of a major blossoming right now. I can feel it. I'm so excited. And you don't have to join a committee or provide feedback or to provide feedback or input or energy into shaping who we become. But I'm inviting you to show up here honestly, lovingly, because that is what we state is the core of who we are. Bring your full selves, but accept others in their full selves, imperfect and wonderful. We are wonderfully and woefully made. Your job, our job, is to lift each other up, pure and simple. That's what we have to agree on today and always. Lift each other up. To participate in creating and maintaining a safe container for all who show up here. Now, I hate that saying, and I didn't want to include it actually, create the safe container. It's a little woo-woo for me, but nonetheless, let's create and maintain sanctuary in the deepest meaning of that word. Our roadmap requires we have a path for all of us, or at least that's our objective, right? Broken record here, I know I've said this before, but if we can't focus on that and work towards that in a place that puts love above all other things, if we can't do that, where is that going to happen in the world today? In the world. Where is that going to happen if it doesn't happen here, especially now? Our shared map is not static. Each generation adds new trails, as we talked about the trails earlier, while some older paths grow faint and transform and leave legacies. Sometimes we need to just burst forth, maybe having fresh surveying tools, new ways of doing it, examining our assumptions, challenging our comfortable roots and ways, asking whether our map serves all travelers here equally. This is the real work of community. Creating a faithful map requires more than just marking where we've been. It demands that we ask, who might find a current path forward that we have not contemplated? That's not difficult to join. Whose journeys have we failed to honor? What new routes might we create together? How do we imagine a roadmap that is more inclusive and invitational, that uses new ways of communicating our values and welcomes those who have never been part of a religious community? Because we probably have more SBNRs here than we do people who were planted anywhere. And perhaps not in the ancient congregational infrastructure and systems and language. And that's hard for me because I'm a lifelong Congregationalist who loves these damn hymns. The challenge is finding ways to relax the tightly held past, treasured as it is. The challenge is sharing it in ways that informs but does not restrain or hogtie, or does not hold us back from making a new roadmap. And it's not easy, and it's not going to be easy. There are legacies that need to be welcomed and included and honored and woven into who we become. And here there is also a legacy of birthing that comes next that I want to share. I have a talk coming up about Esther and Evelyn, church mothers with a capital M, who moved past years of tradition and attachment to buildings to create a merged community that would bring this community here in Saco to life. One that included merging the Biddeford Universalist Church with the Saco Unitarian community, selling the Universalist church building in Biddeford, improving this property, and moving people with years of family traditions and legacies into this community. And they came willingly, and they came because of the leadership of two women who could see past their tradition and connection. And I'll share more about that on the 1st of June in consultation and perhaps with the assistance of Anne, who's our church historian. And I'm also going to invite people who have stories of Esther and Evelyn because I've heard a few and it's awesome. They were brave, determined, committed human beings who put what could be ahead of what was. And that's who we say we are as Unitarian Universalists, right? We are on the edge of an exciting emergence. These words are not negative or meant to shut anyone down. Emergence is messy sometimes. It's painful sometimes. It's never easy. It requires self-inventory, self-reflection, honest self-examination, owning your own stuff and deciding what stuff needs to be let go to create a future that's thriving for everybody, welcoming of everybody, inclusive of everybody. And hopefully all people, but at least more people. The beauty of our UU tradition lies not in having all the answers, again, but our willingness to live into the questions. We covenant not to walk identical paths, but to support each other's individual spiritual journeys with love and respect. We promise not to insist that our own trail is the valid one, whether that's a spiritual trail or a way that we walk through the world. We promise that. We covenant that. We want to remain curious about what others might teach us. Consider the early Universalists and Unitarians who blazed bold theological trails, daring to imagine a more inclusive faith. Think of those who added paths of social justice to our map, insisting that spiritual growth must include working for a better world. Remember the voices that challenged us to widen our circles, to create more accessible routes, to recognize that diversity strengthens our whole networks of paths. While that voice grows dimmer in society, here it flourishes. Let's remember that. Let's support that. Returning to community from COVID has not been easy. We have focused and had to focus on keeping ourselves running. We came back small and short on resources, but we've held our own. And we've started to blossom again. We are growing and emerging, and as we grow, we are now on the exciting verge of deciding where we can go, who we are, who we want to be in the world. And I can feel that, and I hope you can too. Where the world's greatest needs face our own greatest passions and covenants and beliefs and skills and abilities. In the Bible, the New Living Translation of Isaiah 43:19, that's one of my favorite passages, and I know you've all heard it. Behold, I am doing a new thing. See, I have already begun to do it. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. Behold, I am doing a new thing. That's what we're doing here. The Holy Spirit is moving, however you name the Holy Spirit, whether you have Christianity in your roots like me or in your peripheral, as most of us do because we're of white European descent. It does inform our tradition, so these wise words do inform our trajectory, and let's not forget that. What drives me personally towards universalism, and I'm so glad I've landed here, I feel universalism is a living expression of that new thing because it makes space for all who are on their individual spiritual journeys, recognizing that divinity is present in all people, in all things, in all belief systems. This community is living that out here. It's in our DNA. And as we move forward together, our task is not to simplify this beautiful complexity into one straight road as we create our map. Rather, it's to maintain and expand this living map with care and intention. We must ensure that newcomers can find their way without getting lost. We need to mark the dangerous detours our ancestors discovered so others can learn from those experiences. And we must remain open to the possibility that the most important paths have yet to be charted because it's all uncharted. We have to be brave and committed like Esther and Evelyn, whose ghosts, I'm sure, walk these halls. Definitely they're in the kitchen. There's a theory that humans project into the world their experience of their own family systems. Subconsciously, of course, I don't think people do that at all on the conscious level, but they create a place in that new family that's comfortable or familiar to them. So if the person was a rebel, if you've recreated your family system out in the world or in a church and you were a rebel, you may be a rebel again. If you were the fixer or the pleaser or the cleaner, you probably create that again, right? You want that level of comfort. Congregations are like family systems, and some of us have had hard lives. Actually, everyone's probably had some challenges. Nobody's had a perfect life. But your origins, coupled with your experiences, make you who you are, broken, unbroken, knit together in beautiful and miraculous ways. But it stands to reason that some people are not living out that brokenness, or it stands to reason that people are living out that brokenness in this community, in this family system, repeating cycles. And we commit to walk with them, to support them. We commit to that. We covenant to that. And it stands to reason as they act out, they don't do it by ill will. It's human nature. And we commit to be humans being humans, and sitting with people who are humans being humans, supporting people who are humans being humans. We are here to acknowledge that and accept people and empower them to their greatest selves, to their own best selves, to their own path forward. That's what we commit to do in this community. Not all of us have done our work, whatever that means. You don't have to be welcome here. You are just not allowed to lash out at others or judge others or hurt the health of the community. We work hard to maintain the health of the community, which requires, this is what it requires, honest feedback offered in love, not malice. That is part of making the roadmap. Having people own their part in experiences and sharing them in love in timely, respectful ways. That's a requirement here. That makes for a healthy, robust community, a trusting community, and a community that is ready to evolve into an exciting future that's happening right now, together. Here, you're not required to believe in any deity or creed, but we are more than strongly encouraged to accept people in their brokenness and help them along the way. That is the hard and important and desperately needed in this world that seeks to divide or exclude or shame or conquer. Living in and out are principles to gird a community in love, support, and growth. So creating this roadmap together means our work is to strive to be a healthy community of faith, not marching in lockstep towards a single destination. It's what makes making a map really hard. Again, it's that root system that is diverse and interwoven. Our map is drawn not in ink, but in footsteps, in relationships, in celebrations, in sharing moments of wonder and joy and challenge, in support. Remembering we are humans being humans, living out this life, integrating our own experiences for better or for worse, and helping each other, not hindering the journey of anyone in these walls or outside. That's what we covenant to do. That's our commitment. So in here and out in the world, right? So in here, so in the world. We do it in here so we can do it in the world, in a world that's probably not doing that right now. And in putting our principles at the center of these conversations, we will be able to imagine all that we can be. We can imagine what this community can be and who we are individually and how we can serve the world together. We are just getting started on some new conversations about this roadmap. Very exciting. Let us continue this amazing project together. Let us walk with courage, knowing that we need not journey alone. Let us map with wisdom, understanding that future generations will build on our work. They will create the path, and they will let go what's happened behind them. They'll be on the train backwards and see where they've been, and bravely continue on the train even though they don't know where it's going. So let us travel with open hearts, ready to be surprised by where our shared paths might lead, supporting one another, whoever presents, however they present, however frustrating, however joyful. May we be bold explorers and careful map makers, faithful to our calling to create not just a map, but a community where all paths toward truth and meaning are honored, all paths. And may we remember that the journey itself, this complex, beautiful, challenging journey we share as humans being humans, is as sacred as any destination we might seek, because you never arrive. The path is uncharted. Let us imagine it together with love at our center, because we are Unitarian Universalists with love at our center. Let us imagine it together. And may it be so. I don't like transitioning right into the offertory. I got to think that out. It just doesn't feel, anyways. When we gather together as a community, we bring the gifts of ourselves, our hearts, our spirits, our energy, our passion, our skills to support the work of this church here within the walls, in the safe container, and out in the larger community. We also bring our gift of generosity, giving what we have so that the work of this church may continue. As always, half our offering will be sent out in the larger community to support the work of an agency doing important work. This month we are sharing our offering with YCAC, York County Community Action Corporation, who just had all their funding for shelters removed this past week. They're closing all the shelters in York County, just so you know. Our money is more important than ever. If you are watching from home, donations may be made through the Give button at the top of our webpage, uuchurchsacobiddeford.com, or checks may be mailed to UUCSB 60 School Street, Saco, Maine 04072. This morning's offering will now be received. Please join me in the words for extinguishing our chalice. As we release this flame from its faithful service today, we allow the spark in each of us to burn on, to warm our compassion, to fire our delight, to light our paths today, tomorrow, and always. And join me, please, in singing hymn number 126, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. I mean, how can you not love those old hymns? I mean, they're awesome. It isn't over. What will happen has not yet been invented. What will happen has yet to be imagined. Go out of this place and cultivate your very best imagination for yourself and for all of us, because that will bring your dreams and our dreams alive. Go in peace and love this day.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living for today. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. Brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people living for the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
Huge thank you. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to all who make worship possible, to Paul, to Teague, to Matt, to the ushers. A lot goes into delivering this service, and just a huge thank you to all of you today. And now I'm imagining the coffee house that we're getting launched. And my mind is racing because it's going to be wonderful. Our service is now concluded. Thank you so much for joining us. Please join us in the parish hall for imagination and coffee and cookies, and please remain seated for the postlude.
Dee, will you take care of the candles up there, please?
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
sure.